Have you ever wondered about the relationship between talent and success? Have you ever stopped to think, or maybe you have felt like you are just not talented enough, and that's the reason that you can't succeed? Well, today I want to talk with you about the 7 things that no one ever tells you about talent. Hey, this is Casey, and welcome back to Created to Rise TV, where we help you unlock your personal power and where we help you to be the best that you can be. Today we are talking about talent. Are you talented? Do you feel like other people are more talented than you? Or perhaps you have a hard time actually getting ahead in this world because you feel like there's so many more talented people than you. Well, here are 7 things about talent that you really should know. And I've got my cheat sheet here to help me with this, so here we go. Number 1, talent does not guarantee success. Now, this is really big and really important because any day of the week, perseverance, faith, and discipline will actually beat talent. Now, people can be talented, don't get me wrong. They may have a knack at something or for something that helps them to have an advantage. But the crazy thing about talent is that often it is not a precursor to success. I used to say to my kids all the time when I worked in Times Square, New York City, I would say to my kids all the time, I see talent in the subways of New York City every single day. People who can sing awesome. I mean, they're great at singing. They're great at playing the piano or the guitar. They are fantastic comedians. Maybe they're good at speaking, or maybe they're just good at acrobatics. But they're talented, but somehow that has not guaranteed them success. So just remember, just because someone else is talented or because you are talented, it's no guarantee of success. Number 2, talent is only the seed. And this speaks to number 1 and is really important to remember that if you are talented or if someone else is talented, that really is only the seed. That is a starting point. It certainly is not the destination, and it's definitely not the finish line, because if you don't cultivate that talent, if you don't layer on top of that discipline, perseverance, and faith, you are probably not going to be successful. Or at the very least, you might actually become lazy. Number 3, talent can be your downfall. Now, I'll say that again. Your talent can actually be your downfall. What does that mean? Well, in a lot of cases, talented people rely so much on their talent that they actually forget to develop their skill, to develop their disciplines, and to develop even their faith. So sometimes they're so reliant on the talent that they have that they show up late, they don't work hard enough, and unfortunately, in many cases, they lose out. This is actually the case of the story of the tortoise and the hare, which many of us read, or at least it was told to us while we were growing up. The hare had all the talent, but the tortoise had the perseverance, the discipline, and the faith. Number 4, talent is an advantage, but only if you nurture it. And that's a fact. You can have talent, and it definitely will be an advantage. Like if I have a knack for speaking, if I have a knack for playing the guitar or the keyboard, if I have a knack for doing anything, it definitely gives me a distinct advantage. But I will tell you also that that advantage only holds true if I nurture it. And that's why we hear the term all the time, raw talent, right? Because raw talent means, hey, there's something here. This person has something, but it is absolutely no guarantee of success unless you nurture it. Number 5, talent is durable. It can be buried and still survive. And that's true. A lot of times, talented people, especially if they go the wrong way and they get lazy and they sort of, just become overconfident, and that talent eventually gets buried, it's still there. It may take some work to dig it back up, but the talent is there. So if you are a talented person and you have not been cultivating your God-given talent, don't worry. It's still there. All you've got to do is start digging. dig it out, polish it up, get back on the horse, and then exercise my 3 favorite things: discipline, faith, and perseverance, and you may actually get to the top of the heap, or at least find success in what you want to do. Number 6, your talent indicts you. Now, what I mean by that is that when you are talented, when you've got a talent or a knack for something, it often arrests you, like it pulls you. You're pulled towards whatever you're talented at or whatever your talent is. Now, you can resist it. Like everything else, you have veto power in your own heart and in your own mind. That's what free will is about. However, that talent will always be tugging at you, trying to pull you forward towards your best self. The important thing is that you want to unlock the real benefit and the strength of that talent by cultivating it, by exercising faith, by being perseverant even when you get knocked down, and definitely by doing the work. And finally, number 7, your talent can save you. That's right. Sometimes it's up to your talent to actually save you. And when I mean save you from yourself. So that pull that we talked about in number 6 actually bears on number 7. Your talent may actually be what saves you. And here's what I mean by that. Our Creator, our God, is so wise and intelligent that He's placed in you everything that you need to be what you need to be. In other words, a seed has within it the entire potential of becoming a tree and bearing fruit. So that talent is that seed. Now you could take that seed, put it on a shelf, and never give it water, never plant it, never cultivate it, and that seed will just sit there and it won't do anything. But if you take that seed and you plant it and you cultivate it, then you will yield the harvest that you are looking for. So remember, talent, your talent, can actually save you. And it might be the thing that nags at you all the time and you keep brushing it off because of fear or because you don't have faith. Well, my advice to you is if you have a talent, cultivate that talent. Put that talent in the service of the Most High, and that talent may very well be the thing that makes you wealthy, that makes you happy, and that saves you. Hey, this is Casey on Created to Rise TV saying thank you, I love you, and if these videos have been any benefit to you, then definitely share it with someone else so they can benefit as well.